My name's Kaity Pursino. I'm the manager of member communications. I'm in the communications team, and I've been at ISC2 for 7 years. One thing I hope to achieve this year is to help our members have a more clear journey through their experience, from joining us as candidates or CCs to earning their next certification. I'm really looking forward to all the positive changes we're going to make to help it be easy and clear for members to understand and to get the most out of their experience. My favorite thing about ISC2 has to be getting to engage with the members, whether it's on webinars, through our community, or meeting them in person at Congress, which is my absolute favorite part. I just love getting to talk to them about what it means to them to be a member and to hold their certification. It really helps kind of put everything in perspective that we do all year round. There are many gender biases I'd like to see broken, but one in particular that comes to mind is the gender pay gap. As girls, we're socialized not to ask for too much or to be too loud, but as professionals, we need to advocate for ourselves and for our worth. And I think it's a bias that, when it's broken, will create ripple effects for workplace equality. It's important to see women in leadership because representation matters. Marianne Elliott said, "If you can't see it, you can't be it." And while that is part of it, I want to recognize that so much progress has been made for women in the workplace. I wish more people celebrated women for tenacity. It's one of those attributes that can have very different perceptions depending on your gender identity, and I'd like to see women celebrated just as much as men for pushing for what needs to happen. DEI means getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. As a white woman, it means looking at my own life and privileges and making sure that I'm listening and I'm learning. It's important to tell women's stories because none of us would be here without another woman's story. What is it like to be a woman leader in a male-dominated industry? Sometimes I forget that I am. Being in communications, it's a field that's made up of mostly women, and I remember learning from my college textbooks that while 80% of PR professionals are women, management was mostly men. I feel so lucky to have a team of wonderful women working for me and to be able to work with gender-diverse teams throughout this organization. The theme of Women's History Month being celebrating women who tell our stories is so meaningful to me as a communications professional. I adore this theme. I think storytelling is one of our oldest traditions as human beings and something that's been key to building civilization as we know it. I feel incredibly lucky to have had my first job out of college be in an industry that was mostly women. At that company, the majority of my coworkers and all of my managers for 6 years were women. And starting off in the business world, when I was a woman in my 20s, I was invited to meetings. I was asked my opinion, I was offered opportunities to lead, and all of those things prepared me to be able to deal with the inevitable gender bias, whether conscious or unconscious, that I would face in my career. And I'm so thankful to have had that foundation and to be able to be a part of women in leadership, continuing that tradition here at ISC2, where it is so encouraged and celebrated.